Hello and welcome to another painting video. In this video I'll be painting a Necromantic Horror Wraith and the tokens that come with the team. This will complete my Necromantic Horror team and I am very happy with the results. Let's finish this, shall we? First off, I will paint the Wraith. After base coating with Wraith Bone, I washed the model with a mix of Lahmian Medium and a small drop of Templar Blue. I tried to keep the paint in the recesses, but no worries, we will fix any mistakes later on. Next, I will make a new wash of Lahmian Medium and a drop of Sotek Green. Here I will paint a little bit more secure, trying to get the wash in the deepest recesses only. The last wash I will make is Lahmian Medium and a drop of Stegadon Scale Green. This wash is reserved only for the deepest of recesses and the inside of the Wraith. Now I will use Wraith Bone and paint all the raised areas. This will fix any spillage of the previous washes and bring back that off-white sheet color. Lastly, I highlight the model with white scar. And here we have a spooky Wraith. Granted, I was trying to go for a smoother gradient with everything, but this looks a little bit too sketchy and blocky. This method would require a lot more glazing to make a smoother transition. The Wraith is already done, but the model has a few more things to paint. First, I paint the rope with Gore-Grunta Fur. The wooden stick I base coat with Wildwood. And I give a dry brush of Baneblade Brown. I love the fact that he has some socks on a clothing line here. I base coat the socks with Black Templar. And the patches on the socks I base coat with Gryph-Hound Orange. Then I highlight the black parts with Celestra Grey. And the orange parts with Fire Dragon Bright. The tufts of grass are base coated in Zandri Dust. And given a wash of Agrax Earthshade. Finally, I highlight the grass with Karak Stone. What a fun model this is. A big angry sheet with a clothing line that has socks hanging from it. Spooky and funny at the same time. The skeletal hand that's holding the line has been base coated with Ushabti bone and washed with Skeleton Horde. On to the tokens. First, I base coat the Tombstone in Basilicanum Grey contrast paint. Then I weather down some Drakenhof Nightshade and wash the inside of the Tombstone. Lastly, I highlight with Administratum Grey. The Raven gets a base coat of Leviadon Blue. Then I wash the Raven in Nuln Oil to dim down the blue tint a little bit. Then I do two dry brushes. First is Fenrisian Grey. And the second one is Astronomican Grey. The beak and claws get a coat of Black Templar contrast paint. On to all the pumpkins. These I base coat in Jokaero Orange. And I shade them with Carroburg Crimson. Now I will reapply Jokaero Orange to the raised areas to bring back the base color. Next, I highlight the pumpkin with Fire Dragon Bright. Finally, I highlight the pumpkin with a mix of Fire Dragon Bright and Averland Sunset. The glowing eyes I base coat with Ork Flesh. Then I layer Skarsnik Green on the inside of the eye. I highlight the previous area with Krieg Khaki. And lastly, I dot the eye with white scar to simulate a reflection. The stalk gets a base coat of Elysian Green and a shade of Athonian Camoshade. As you can see, I also painted the rim of the eyes to simulate the light of the eyes bathing the pumpkin in a green glow. The inside of the coin I painted the same way as I did the pumpkin. The trim gets a base coat of Iron Warriors and a thick shade of Agrax Earthshade. Then I highlight the trim with Runefang Steel. The Blood Bowl logo gets a base coat of Black Templar and a highlight of Administratum Grey. And here we have a finished Wraith. I think this method is sound, but it would require a lot more glazing than adding the washes in one go to get a smoother gradient. The tokens also look great and in line with the rest of the Blood Bowl team. I especially like the little tombstone with the raven. The coins, as you can see here, have been painted with the same techniques how I painted the pumpkins, as well as the football. I hope you enjoyed me painting this very diverse team of necromantic horrors. Follow me on Instagram where I post current projects and behind the scenes stuff. Thanks for watching!